I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s,
51-year-old Gen X here. Who told you these lies? We got to debunk some of this.
and they're not teaching the young girls.
We are teaching girls how not to let age be your cage because we were never taught that.
So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her.
Baby girl, we're not competing against you. We're competing against ourselves. We're creating a new level of
Salute, Brad Squad. How y'all feeling today? Today we're going to tackle another controversial topic. These older black women, they are manipulating these younger women because they don't like to compete the right way. So they going to be phony. They're going to be fake nice to these young women, and they're going to teach them a bunch of stuff that did not work for them. And they hope they fail at the same time, guys. So we're going to break that thing down today. You know what I mean? Because not all, they'll tell you, not all, but 80% of women, 80% of women is doing this, guys. You got to remember, Lilith was much older than Eve. A much older woman convinced that woman in the garden to eat that apple and to become stupid and to become a feminist, guys. Understand that dynamic. When you understand the Lilith and Eve dynamic and what went on in that garden, you will understand exactly how the older women, they slide that apple in these younger women's hand and get these younger women to be just as feminist minded as them, guys. And you remember, feminism teaches women to go out there and turn themselves into a man by getting everything that a man's supposed to obtain, and then a man's supposed to praise you because you ran out there and turned yourself into a man. How is that working for these feminist-minded women, guys? How have that been working, right? Don't we see all the career women? All the career women turn side chicks to rich dudes, right? All the career women are the saddest women running around here. Look at Vivica Fox, right? She got money.
How old are you?
You never ask a woman their age. I'm old enough. I'm grown.
Are you pushing 30 or past it?
Oh my God. I'm old. I'm up there. That's my friend.
What's going on?
What do you need from a man who you're going to take seriously?
Money.
That's all you look for.
In a clean booty
Loyalty.
hole. Money in a clean booty hole.
And it's at that point right there when you hear a guy say that these older women are in competition with the younger women, stuff like that, things like that. Conversation was chill until Big Mama, the big back mountain with the BBL, come walking over there with her bad information, because she ain't got no husband. She ain't got no man. She's sitting there trying to look like the young girls so she can get the men before the young girls get a chance with the men. And that's what we mean. That's exactly what we mean right there. Let's continue.
Loyalty. Loyalty come first.
What's this booty hole have to do with anything?
That's what she like.
You like eating ass?
She eat ass.
Real bad.
I got a girlfriend, so I don't know about eating a nigga ass.
Now, when it comes down to the money, why does your man have to have it?
Because I get it.
So how much you make then?
That's none of your business. I'm a nurse and it's none of your business.
So how much you want your man to make as a nurse?
He ain't gonna be no nurse. I don't want my man to be no nurse.
But you're the nurse. So how much do you want your man to make?
He needs to be in the streets.
Stay down till we come up.
You want a hood guy while you're in the medical field?
I want a good guy, bad guy, whatever brings the money and make me richer. That's what it
These
is.
older women are really out here in competition with the younger generation. I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s want to be seen so bad and want attention that they're in competition with these younger girls. These women wasted their years, wasted their youth, and are doing any and everything to be seen, and they're not teaching the young girls. So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her. You're in denial that you're getting older. You're doing things with your body, thriving for attention, over sexualizing yourself at that age, all because you don't want to accept the fact that you mess up your life. They don't have husbands, which they really wanted. They're realizing that, oh wow, I'm at an age where nobody's checking for me. The men are not checking for me at 50, 60 years old, unfortunately. They're looking at the younger women who do desire marriage, who do desire to have children, who are not just out here. So instead of, again, I'm going to try to find a way to be seen and encourage the young girls to do what I'm doing because I don't want them to surpass me. That's what's actually happening. These older women are sitting around telling the young girls, no, girl, live your life, do you, because you're intimidated by her. You don't want her to do better than you. You don't want her to have a chance. You want the chance.
Now, look, I'm aware there's always going to be an exception to the rule, and that's a small, minute exception to the rule. But for the most part, the majority of women are in competition with each other for male attention. Although they run around here screaming they don't need a man, you even got the older women who come from the previous generation. They are in competition for younger men. They want to date younger men. The women that I'm talking about today that have all the accomplishments and all the accolades, and now they think a man's supposed to worship them. They can only go and date and find a younger man, and the younger men are looking for younger women. So you see where it's a problem. We have a problem, Houston, and we all know that younger women like older men because older men have the money. Older men have the money. See, the men their age they ain't blossomed yet, so they ain't got no money, and that's one thing our society lack. We lack patience. So nobody had patience. Everybody money grabbing, reaching for something that they ain't worked for, that they don't deserve. But let's hear from some of the older women who was triggered. And these older women, they may not be like these newer women that's hoes, but just because they're not hoes don't mean they don't share and they wasn't raised off the same feminist ideology to now they're all stuck with the same results.
I'm sorry, but it has to be said. These older women who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s,
51-year-old Gen X here. Who told you these lies? We got to debunk some of this.
and they're not teaching the young girls.
We are teaching girls how not to let age be your cage because we were never taught that.
So instead of teaching the young girls to do better, you're trying to compete with her.
Baby girl, we're not competing against you. We're competing against ourselves. We're creating a new level of strength.
What's going on with all of these younger women talking about older women are trying to compete with them? I actually saw a young woman look like she might have been pushing 30, and she was saying that if you're 40 and older, you've basically wasted your life and you're just trying to compete with these women. And I'm thinking that's the craziest thing I ever heard of, because first and foremost, there's no competition. We already won.
Ma'am, now if you look around and be honest, and if we pull up these statistics, these CDC statistics, can you really be honest with yourself and say that black women won on a whole? Now, you look like you're doing well for yourself even though you don't have a man. So did you really win? As a woman, when you scale back the bullshit now, and we go to the main reason why you were created from God, and we go to the punishment God gave you for eating that apple, did you really win? Are you really winning, ma'am? Are you really winning? Ask yourself that. Because I think that is a coping mechanism that you're doing now, ma'am. I think that's a coping mechanism. And that's why I replayed what the young lady said so that we could all hear what she said. And it's funny how y'all always put words in people's mouth. That's what you have in your head. And you just admitted that if you really think you winning as a black woman, then you just admitted to benefiting off of black male stupidity for a very long time. That's all. That's all you won. You were the generation that got to benefit off of our grandfathers being a dummy, off of our grandfathers being simpish. You know what I mean? You are from that generation that took that $12 rent and y'all had that $200 school tuition. So you got all of them accomplishments as a participation award, and now you sit there and push that shit to kids who, you know how much school costs nowadays, man, for these kids, and you keep repeating that same old information?
I'm about about to be 60 next month. You see this gray hair? That's LAW. That's life and wisdom. Underneath this wisdom is 3 degrees, 1 undergraduate and 2 advanced degrees. I've got more education and learning than you've got life. I am a military veteran, nuclear weapons, special weapons, handguns, you name it. I've had hand-to-hand from a Vietnam veteran. I can put you down and out before you have figured it out. So, ladies, let's not play. I can cook for 7 different countries. I can cook the food of several different countries by memory with no recipe and no measurements and break it down to parade rest. So there is no competition. I'm already a mother. I've been married. I've done that. I've traveled the world all across the country. You just waking up, baby. I got street sense. You got to look that up on Google.
Boy, I tell you, yo, we have some of the most oldest and passionately ignorant black women of all races, bro. It's just nasty work. These women have all of this stuff, and they supposed to teach all of this stuff to the younger women, and yet they don't teach none of this stuff to the older women. You heard all her accolades she read off, and she ain't teach that shit. She ain't teach that experience to nobody, and that's why they'll never get it. They'll never get it. All their feel goods, all their joint is gonna be temporary, cause they so damn selfish. Everything they do is for them. They don't figure it out. They never figured it out that, you know what I mean? Long-term happiness comes from what you do for other people. But they so busy down here trying to do for them, trying to be selfish. That's why they ain't got time to teach the other women. They too busy competing with the women. At least with the men, we see ourselves in young men. So we tell them how not to be a fuck up. You know what I mean? We ain't sitting there competing with the young man. We see ourselves and we hope that the young men go the other way. You know what I mean, guys? Like, guys, if y'all enjoyed the content today and if y'all like these mini videos, hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification so you're not late to class. All right, guys, these are pop quizzes. That's what we gonna call them. These mini videos gonna be pop quizzes. All right, guys? I'll see y'all later. Don't forget, we go live at 7:30 a.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and sometimes at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Times. I hope to see you in the live chat. We got the littest live on YouTube. Peace.